So right here, you just slice in the back of the neck. Doing the cuts just like that one. And onto the other side, just little cuts. See how it opens. It doesn't cut it all the way through, just little slice. And the first layer. Yeah, just for presentation. It's just optional. You want to do it like this, just to make it look nice. The meat. So this is where it starts looking already like meat. No more like the animal already, like the live animal. So you're gonna start seeing already like the rib cage and all that. So yeah. So right now we're gonna start with the other one, and it's the same process.
Apenas tenía el embrión casi, mira.
Oh, eso no está tan...
¿Ya viste?
Sí.
Esta es la que sí. Esta güey sí tiene.
So we already cut it. The stomach, you just open it, taking all the intestines out. So right now you're gonna start seeing the rib cage and all that after all this is removed. So like I said, this is by experience over time. You don't learn this at the first time. So this man has done it since, like I said, since he was young. ¿Cuántos años tenías cuando
empecé a hacer esto? Es que
la primera vez
cuando maté, pues no tiene mucho, pero nosotros nos queríamos viendo todo esto desde pequeñitos. Por eso es de que no me da así como que
asco,
no. Necesito sacar la pinche.
So he's been seeing since he was young how to do all this. So he's used to seeing all this. So he said that he has started not so long ago. So when you go to other countries, you'll see young people doing all this because their grandfather used to do this, or dad, their uncles. So they get used to living the off-grid.
Las tripas también. ¿Quién les va a costar para sacarlas?
Right now he's trying to remove the intestines.
Es que esta.
So that's the one that he has to remove from the sheep. And they say the intestines are super long. They are super long. It's like a long string.
Ahorita vas a ver la otra cómo la vamos a sacar. Es que esta está como está más gorda. Por eso, por la otra cuando agarramos la tripa, la principal, bien rápido la sacamos y las tiramos toda completa. Esta porque está gorda la güey.
Since it was a big sheep, like a fat sheep, like it was hard to remove the intestine, but right now he's gonna show us how to remove it all completely. without struggling like this. So sometimes he might face a little bit difficulties. But,
No, los intestinos van a ser en todo uno solo ahorita. No te preocupes de eso. La carne sí para que...
See how long it is. The intestine, he just keeps pulling it. So he said this animal had a big intestine. He's already sliced the intestine, and that's the reason why you don't overfeed the animal the day before slaughtering, because or else it could what is it, contaminate the meat? Or
I can contaminate the meat.
Yeah. So it's better to slice out the. So it's better to slice out the intestines because it can contaminate the meat, and it makes more like a hard job, like to lift them up, and especially as a heavy animal. So you have to remove the intestine and cut. And that's why so it's a big intestine and a small one. So he was just showing us how he cut the intestine just to... These are the skinny ones, the thinner ones, and these are the ones that he's going to remove right now is the more thicker one.
Solo una vez la he comido, he guisado con ella. Sabe muy diferente. Pero esta ahorita de cuenta que va a hacer, si lo quieres poner ahí, secar.
Para este orbit.
¿Sabes qué hacen en México con ese? ¿Sabes qué hacen con ese? El jabón. El sote, el que mira, todo eso es de ahí.
So basically what the man is saying that they use this in Mexico to make the soap, bar soap. So that's what they use. So basically, in a way, like you could use so many things that you could get out of so many things from the animal. You can see the stomach, he's already removing the stomach. So you could use almost everything. Yeah. I don't know about the brains, but yeah, so the brains also, some people like to eat brains. Some people like to drink the blood too.
Oh yeah.
And make sauce out of it. So right here is the stomach, the small intestine. So over there, like in the bucket, is the more thicker intestines. Is a thicker intestine. So yeah, this is all the like fat. So this is a very important part right here.
Esta sí te contamina gacho.
This will contaminate the urine bag. So this will definitely contaminate the meat. Yeah, throw it away. Get rid of it. So so if it falls on the meat, it's done. It's done, and you can't wash it or anything. So like I said, he's been doing this for a while. So just be careful not to explode the urine bag, or else you'll contaminate the whole meat. So right now he's gonna slice it through. You're gonna start seeing the rib cage and everything. This is the most hardest part because it's like bone and everything. So this how it looks inside. Those heart, liver, es el hígado, ¿no?
Hígado, los pulmones.
The heart, the liver, and the lungs. So he's now removing all that. So that he's gonna try to remove it all in one piece, all together. So right there, see, he removed it all in one piece. So that's how you look if how the animal is so clean, the liver and everything.
Mira cómo se cuando.
That's the heart. There's where he hit it right there. So there's the heart. So that's where he hit it right there. So this is how we're showing step by step as clearly as possible. So you guys can see what's inside the animal. So right here is just the meat already. You can start seeing. I don't know. You can see the rib
Vamos a ir uno
cages.
por uno descuartizándolos, ¿sabes? Para que ahorita tengan agua los casos, ¿eh?
Removing all the same thing that we did to this sheep. We're gonna do the same to this one. Remove the intestines, the liver, the heart, and all that. So yeah. So it can be messy, a messy job, but overall you get meat out of it, delicious meat. So we're gonna preserve all this, like I said, for our own consumption. So all this is for eating. So yeah, except the blood, we're not gonna use the blood, but other than that, we're just gonna use it. And we'll show you guys how you put it inside the fire pit and heat it up. Use natural firewood. So we use all the natural firewood. We use cardboard just so, like when you slaughter the animal, you're gonna peel them off before you put it on the top, so it won't get dirt anywhere on the animal. So yeah, and now he's already removing almost the head. Just getting the head off, the fur. Like I said, it comes with experience. It does require a lot of work. So right there, we'll see the sheepskin. Right there. So now, just cutting the leftovers. Right there, he's already cutting the head off. There you go. Yep. That's how you do it. So this ones will be the same thing. The sheep.
Toda la sangre que ahorita miras que está, al ratito cuando le pongamos en lo que lo ponemos, queda la carne blanquita, blanquita, para que no piensen que porque mucha gente se asusta por la carne, por la sangre que miran, pero queda limpiecísima.
Yeah, so we're gonna wash it right now. Once we're done removing all the intestines, just like the same as this one, because people freak out when they see a lot of blood in the skin. But you're gonna see how clean the meat is, white or reddish color, but also the white meat. See, so we're removing the top limbs. So yeah, so this is how you do it.
Se llevó el otro caso, ¿verdad? Grande, para empezar a descuartizar.
¿Qué fue? Oh, sí. Viene.
Esta estaba re gorda. Vamos a sacar esto.
So right now he's gonna cut the other sheep. See. So he's gonna remove the whole stomach. You might smell a little bit of gas, like air gas, when you open it. Even burping. I done that before, cutting the sheep's heads off, and it was like, you could smell the hay, like the moisture and the loud burp. So it does get gassy. You might smell alfalfa or like moisture, or like rotten egg kind of. You always have to be careful when removing all this.
Ok, ahí te van.
All this, again, the intestine, the thinner intestine. And then he'll take out the other one, the more thicker one. So it's like a large string. He does it and then he cleans the intestine. So this is also something you eat. Well, certain people eat, not all of them. Not all people like to eat this. So he's gonna clean the whole intestine. He just wraps it like that, like a string, like he's doing like a circle type. Since it might get stuck. So yeah, he pulls the whole intestine and then he cuts it and lets it all drain just like I show you right now. So you could clean it and then he puts it in the water. So he already took it out. So he's gonna get the knife and we'll go over there. Watch how he slices it. See, like all the dirty came out of the intestine. So he's just basically like squeezing everything out. So yeah.
Nomás es para quitarle todo, falta lavarlo todo.
Yeah, so you can wash the whole intestine. Now it's clean. That's how you wash. That's how he does it. Then he cleans it with water, clean water. Washes it and squeezes it more and drains all of it.
Ya cuando se lava una por una.
So you have to wash them one by one. And then with water. So remember, there's a thin intestine and a thicker intestine. So he's removing one by one. He starts with the thinner one, then he starts with the other one. To the thicker one. So you can see like it's more thicker intestine. So that's all the poop right there. Just trying to separate it. So he rips it out of the way.
Esto es lo único que no sirve del borrego.
That's the only thing that doesn't work. ¿Qué es eso?
Nosotros le llamamos pajarilla, porque es que es como la vesícula en los seres humanos.
Oh, okay.
Eso es así y sabe amarga, si la comes sabe amarga.
Yeah, that's the only thing that we don't eat. I don't know, is it called a bisectomy or something like that? So
Es
that's
lo único, porque todo desde el cuero, todo se utiliza del borrego.
yeah. So basically you use most of everything out of the sheep, but not all of it. See all the stomach. Removed it. just cutting all of it again. Can be a little bit hard because of the rib cage, the bones and everything, the meat.
Estos son muy blanditos porque como son borregos de 6 meses, están muy tierna la carne, entonces no cuesta.
So this is like a 6-month-old, so it's not that hard to slice it, to go through the knife. Well, sometimes it can get hard, but not all the time, since these are younger. We'll see with the large one, the other sheep that we're gonna slaughter, the one that is aggressive, that one might be a little bit more rougher. Because it's like a year old, I think, 2 years. Can't remember. So right now he's just ripping all of that out. The liver and all that, so
El queso grandote,
you see?
ya lo tengo, no se reventó la manguera.
You see the rib?
¿Cuál, el caso?
El caso.
Oh, espérame, ahorita te ayudo, espérame. No tengo aquí que... Espérate. Oh, shit.
So right now he's just gonna separate the head. This can come off the head. The same thing that he did to this one. That's why it's very important to have a really sharp knife, or else you'll be struggling. Always get the knife ready to sharpen it. So all these animals were out, like farm raised in the outdoors. So they eat all the natural stuff. No hormones, nothing like that. So these are very healthy animals, better than you can get in the store. 'Cause in the store you don't know where it comes from, what they fed them. And also you never know, they kept them in small cages, small spaces. He's just gonna wash the knife again real quick and cut his head off. Also, you could eat the head, you could get meat out of it. So we're gonna try to use as much of the body parts of this animal, like the head,
Entonces ahorita no hay agua ya.
the intestines and all that.
Pero voy a conectar otra manguera.
Or the
The plastic
oh, the thing came out.
se reventó con el frío.
But not the pipe or anything like that.
No, la pipe, no, la pipe es de la... Este güey que no es un pendejo. Se lo carga el payaso. Entonces sí.
I was just removing the leftover stuff. That is good for the dogs. You want to just clean a little bit, wash the blood out. Nothing but fat. So watch how he does it. Snaps his neck off. So that's why it's very important to have a sharp knife so you could not struggle. So he washes the head,
Ve nomás, ¿sabes qué?
Alright, so now we're just cutting it piece by piece. So like, sort of gonna look like a butchery. It doesn't look like the full animal that it was right now, like a while ago. Remove certain parts of the meat that we're not gonna use. It's all like the blood stuff that we're not gonna use. Certain parts. So this is how it looks basically. You can see the rib cage. It's gonna get another wash to remove it, but this is how it looks. So this is all the intestines are thicker and the things that it's gonna get a bigger plate. See? Look, you can see more better the rib cage now. Now he's gonna break the rib cage. I believe it's called the cleaver. So that's how it looks. A direct hit. Make sure it's really sharp or else you're gonna struggle. And then he throws it right there where it's gonna be cooking. That thing is very sharp. Now it might take a while because it's like the spinal cord. He already got it out. Now he's just washing the meat, removing certain things that he doesn't need.
Puedes decirle ahorita y si quieres al rato que ahorita como está ya cuando le pongamos lo que le vamos a poner, como sale bien blanquitito. O sea, todo eso se quita.
So all this is gonna be going away. It's not gonna be any blood or anything. We're just throwing it right now, right here. So you're gonna see how clean the meat will be right now in a while. Right now he's just chopping them off. Right now he's already removing it from one leg. He's already chopping it.
Un poquito de grasa.
This is all the grease that the animal has. A lot of grease.
Okay.
So remember always, like I said, use a clean knife so you don't struggle. It is the most hardest part of the animal, just the rib cage and the limbs, because the bone. So we're almost done with this one. We still have to do the other two, and then slaughter the other sheep, the aggressive sheep. So this is like a butchery style, the way he does it. So that's like the remaining, the last part of that sheep. So we have a complete sheep right here of the body parts, and over there is like intestines and the stomach over here. So we have one sheep in there, a complete sheep, the limbs and all that, and the rib cage. So we're gonna throw another one over here. So all this, like I said, it's not gonna look like this, like all red with blood. It's gonna look clean. We're gonna wash it and put salt and the other secret ingredients to make the meat taste good. Like I said, I just decided to make this video so it could be so we could show you the process how we slaughter the sheep. See how he rips the rib cage. He throws it in there. And keeps cutting the other side of the rib cage. So that's how it looks. You see the spinal cord, a little bit of the spinal cord, the testes, the legs. So yeah, like I said, don't watch this video if you get grossed out. I'm used to all this, so for me it's nothing new. Like I said, it's for the occasional purposes. You can see all the parts of the body, the more closer look of the body, the stomach, the intestines, the thinner intestines right there, and the thicker intestines there. The thinner with the stomach, they're all in there, dipped in water. So all this you could eat also, but right now I'm just showing you like the main part, the parts that people eat the most, like the limbs, the ribs. So yeah. Okay, so right now we're eating this delicious burrito with pig cracklings, spicy. Since we've been here since 9 a.m. in the morning. And we're almost there. We're almost ready to put in the fire pit. So we're just waiting. Then we have to slaughter the other sheep over there. And that will be the last sheep, and then we'll be going. But right now, I'm just gonna eat the pig crackling. And, yeah. Okay, so we took them down now.
A este sí, agua, estos güeyes sí, aguas, porque en esto sí me ha tocado ver cómo, espera. Sí me ha tocado ver cómo tiran los putazotes, Este güey sí. Ahí está. Con un pinche nudo de puerco ahorita te digas. Pero además mientras no se levante, verte. No se levante, no se levante.
No, le estoy metiendo yo el pie también. Some big beast.
No, este güey sí. Ahí está.
Se cansa rápido también.
De todas madres, güey. Entonces, ahora vamos a meterle la otra. Bueno, pues, güey, sí. Ya contamos sisones ya. Abusado, porquita. No, tiene pinches porcísimas bien cabronas. Estas a veces cuando los matamos allá nosotros los amarramos con alambres. Sí, pero están. Una pererita madres. Qué chispas madres, güey. Gracias, papá. Chispas madres. Si no va a ser el primero que desvivo así. Ahí está. Sí, este güey sí. Nos jalamos tantito para atrás.
¿Ya le siente ahí o no?
Sí, aquí está. Más que necesito cortar. ¿Seguro que está? Jale. Ajá.
Ahí está. So there's the last sheep that was gonna get slaughtered. So it's the same process as the other one, but it was a little hard because we had to cut a little bit of his hair. So right now we're gonna have to use like a wheelbarrow to carry him up because it's a. ¿Cuánto crees que pesa este animal?
Este güey sí pesa casi sus 90 kilos, el güey.
Like 90
En
kgs.
libras, imagínate casi por dos, como fácil, unas 170 libras.
Like 170 pounds, the sheep. So it weighs a lot. It's a big animal. But it was a clean kill, very quick. This is all just the nerves.
Sí.
So it's just the nerves that are moving, but it's already dead. Very aggressive animal. It turned down the fence, the house, the walls. Not safe to have around. But we're gonna use it for meat, for our own consumption. So right now we're just gonna carry it. It took 3 people to hold them down. So yeah, it's a big animal. So right now we're just gonna load them up to the wheelbarrow and do the same thing as we did the other one. Well, this one is gonna be a little bit challenging because of the fur, but see, he hit it at the right place real quick. So we're gonna use it for meat also. So this was the aggressive sheep.
Tan agresivo que murió por su propia agresividad.
Yeah, he died because of his own aggressiveness. Sometimes the reason is better sometimes to neuter them so they could be more chill. Because it's bad petting them. So that's why usually people need to neuter the goats, sheep, pigs, so they won't be aggressive. And then when you slaughter them, it'll be a lot easier. They won't be putting up a fight. This was gonna be in a bit of a challenge because this animal was big. Because this is like a big challenge. But overall, it's gonna be some good meat out of it, more than these ones right here. So we've been here since the morning, so it's already the afternoon, but we're getting things done over here. So we did in total 4 sheeps today, and tomorrow the meat will be ready to eat, which I'll show you guys tomorrow. Could make a good rug out of it, or a blanket out of the sheepskin. Since this one has more the skin is more longer than the other one.
¿Mandé? Tragaba madres el güey. Sí, creo.
So now he has to do the same thing, take out the throat and do the knot. So, cause we're gonna flip him upside down. So all that, everything that he ate or he had something in his stomach won't contaminate the meat.
Este que está más duro.
So this one's gonna be a little bit challenging because since it's an older male, then the other one's more, they were like 7 months, 8 months younger. This one is like what, 1 year, 2 years? 1 or 2 years old. So,
Ahí, aquí nada más ahorita sí, que no se me la dé, para que no se me ensucie. Como es que si te diste cuenta, le bajé más el cuero por lo mismo de que está más, o sea, se presta más así cuando están más grandes. Sí, sí. Aquí te voy a enseñar un trucazo, mira, cuando son borregos macizos. Pero ahorita que ya esté colgado.
Ah, okay.
So right now he's gonna show us how to do a different cut since this one is an older animal.
A quitarle una parte, unas cosas para que no se hieda la carne.
Ah, okay.
So it won't damage the meat. So we're gonna remove. He's gonna show us right now how he does it with the older male, 2-year-old male sheep. So he starts right there so we could hang it on the upside down. So this animal, we have to hold them down by 3 people and we have to tie up his legs because he was moving a lot, kicking. He could really hurt you. These animals are no joke. They could jump and kick with their hind legs. Gonna do the same thing to the hind leg.
Aquí es donde la puerca parió, torció el rabo. Aquí se necesitan 2 y 2 y 2 y 2 como huevotes para levantarlo.
It's gonna require a lot of people to carry this big animal.
No, tenemos que levantar así, güey. Sí, no, aquí sí.
¿O qué tal si lo ponemos aquí y lo acercamos ahí?
Sí, yo digo que sí. ¿Y qué crees? ¿Cómo vamos a colgar?
It's gonna be a big animal to carry.
A ver, sí, esta madre, sí.
Probably we're gonna use
¿Sí?
probably like double.
Sí, uno. Sí, se aguanta. No, quita para.
double, what's it called? The hooks.
levantarlo,
So I'm gonna have to help him out. So hold up, you guys.
Sí, aquí sí.
I have to put a pause right here and then hold up.
¿Cómo lo?
Hijo de su
Creo que
pinche.
creo que aquí para acercarlo ahí, si en caso se llega a caer, cae aquí en la
Sí, le necesitamos poner algo. Sí, sí.
Alright, so hold up, you guys. So right here, basically, he's just cutting the same thing. He's gonna super heavy carry this animal. I don't know. You could imagine how big is this animal. We have to put 2 hooks on top of the hind legs so it could hold the weight. You were worried that it might snap the top part. Probably gonna have to bolt down more another bolt. So right now he's gonna skin on the sides, and then he's gonna use again his fist to push down to skin them, which he already did to the other one. So it's almost the same process. So like I said, it requires a whole day when you slaughter this much sheep, since we did 4 today in a row. We first skinned the other ones that were more younger, and then we finished the older one. That was the one that was the most aggressive. So it could be a little bit challenging because it has the fur and it gets stuck to stick to the meat than the other ones. But it's almost the same process to skin them. Now what he's trying to do is separate it from the tail. It's almost there.
Este lo voy a bajar un poquito más porque como ya está grande,
Uh-huh.
a la hora de bajar le cuesta un de más, y está más dura
Carne.
su piel.
The piel. Yeah, so he's gonna start from the tail because since this one is already a big animal, like an older animal, he's gonna have to separate it from on the tail, not like the other ones. So he could put his fist right there and skin them more easier. Like I said, it could be a little challenging because of the fur. The little hairs get stuck to the fur. He has to be scraping it with a knife and blowing it so it could like remove all the hairs out of the skin. So yeah, what I was saying about the double hook. So you have to put double hook on this animal because it was a big beast. This is how he does it. How hard is the meat? So it's a little hard just to rip them apart because it's just This is an older sheep. It's more challenging in a way. So he has to scrape off a little bit more.
Sí, nomás que se tiene que corregir, si no, se va, si no lo... Compadre, no buenos hijos de mi vida. No, luego está, si miras la diferencia.
So yeah, it's a little bit rough. As you can see, the difference between the other younger sheep and the older sheep is a little bit more harder. He has to scrape off carefully, or else he's gonna go more in, and you don't want to do that. So he has to go a little cut a little bit more off instead of cutting more closer. You see how the struggle? Like he's struggling to like rip them apart because of how old is this sheep? Is this like a 1-year-old, 2-year-old sheep? Yeah, so he has to cut kind of like a outer layer, because if he gets too close, he'll be cutting more in and more in. So probably 2 people would make it more easy. So little by little, you might need 2 people to do this to make it more easy. You could even see from the knife, even though it's really sharp, like it makes it more work because it's a bigger sheep. It's a little bit rough, but we'll get it done. So look at the display that he made. He just makes the cuts on both sides. This animal has a lot of meat.
Para poder sacar la cabeza, porque pinche cabeza por lo mismo de que con los cuernos. Necesitamos irse sacando poco a poco.
So it could be challenging too to remove all this because of the horns too. The other ones didn't have horns since they were young.
A ver, jala este tantito para allá. Sí.
So he's gonna cut it.
Cuesta más para.
Yeah, it costs more time consuming because of the horn.
Necesitamos quitarle.
So he's taking out a little bit more of. But this big animal is gonna have more meat since it was a bigger animal.
Sáltala tantito. Ahí es que ahí vamos ahorita, siguen los pinches cuernos. Los güeyes son para lo que quiero el machete, para tumbarlos los güeyes.
So you can see like how the horns get in the way, so it's very challenging to remove the meat. But he's gonna show us a method how's he gonna do it with how to remove the horns. So the other sheep were without the horns, and this one has horns, so it's gonna be a little bit of different process when it comes to the head.
Esto lo que vamos a hacer es quitarle vamos a quitar los cuernos.
So he's gonna try to take away the horns right now. So this is a big old skin. You could even make a big old rug out of it. It's a big animal. Make a big rug so nothing goes to waste. So it's looking nice with meat. See the reddish meat. And now he's gonna try to sharpen the machete. So before he always slaughters the animals, he's always sharpening it with file, machete, or any knife that he's gonna use. So he likes to sharpen it before any animal that's gonna be slaughtered. So he basically uses a file and sharpens it on both sides. So he's gonna try to chop the horns off out of the sheep. So it could be a lot easier to remove the head and the skin, since people like to eat the head too. So and go a little bit back so you can see the whole sheep. So yeah, that's what you do it. He does like a display, so he cuts some of those little cuts here and there. That's how it looks. So right now he's gonna try to cut his head off. I mean his horn off. Which is a little bit challenging, but not impossible. You see? Here he cut the horn off. So he's gonna cut the other horn with a machete, because the cleaver was not gonna work, it's too short. And machete does the job. So there's a horn right there. That was coming off. Cover. So there he goes, cutting the horns. See? So this is how the horn looks like. I see people doing nice with it, like the handles and all that. So you get an idea. Kind of crazy how it looks. Bone. This looks like a conch. Right now he's just already cutting the leftovers, top layer of the skin, like the fur. Because like I said, people like to eat the hair too. Right now we're just removing the head. Kind of cracked the head. You could hear the cracklings sound, but this animal has a lot of muscle. Let's see if it cracks right there. Probably needs a little bit more cutting, but
Para cortarlo. Está durísima.
con el machete.
Sí. Está durísima. Con la machete. Es que tiene que...
There you go.
Ese sí lo vas a abrir de
That's
aquí.
a head.
Y aquí para lavarlo por dentro.
Oye,
Ajaja. Jejeje.
se te quiere escapar.
Pues vas a tener que cortar aquí y acá y cerrar la mandíbula. Está rápido. Es que si entre más lo dejas enfriar, más, mira. No está de calidad, está chidísimo, güey, en gordura, mira nomás.
Tiene mucha carne
En grasitas,
y grasa.
bien lavaditas. No está muy chido.
¿Sabes lo que es lo gordo?
Todo lo gordito que tiene.
It's all the fat that animal had. Sí.
Y esta, nomás porque nosotros aquí no, pero la derrites y es...
You could melt it down and eat. ¿Se come? o es-
Claro,
Yeah, you could eat it. You melt it down and eat it.
para cocinar,
To cook
haz de
it.
cuenta que en lugar de aceite la derrites.
Yeah, you melt it. It's like instead of putting oil, cooking oil, you use this because it has fat, and then you cook the meat with it.
Chingada, ¿qué quieres aquí, güey?
You see the intestines looks like a brain. So he's gonna do the same thing, the same process, tie the knot, and right now he's gonna just put it like a string. The thin intestine, and then after that, the fat intestines. We have to see which ones to pull. It looks like a giant string.
Para acá, andar. Sí. Suelta tu cuchillo. Fíjate cómo lo hace. Ok.
So esa es la garganta, ¿no?
Sí, el pinche gañote.
So there's the throat right here. This is el liver, ¿no? El hígado.
Los dos, todos son los mismos. Ahí tiene los pulmones, son los
So it has the lungs,
el hígado, el corazón, los riñones.
the kidneys, the heart. So Also, this could be eaten from all the sheep. So right here is the 3 sheep that we slaughtered in the morning. It's already the afternoon. So here's all the big sheep that we slaughtered, the aggressive one also.
Ok, aquí te vas a echar agua limpia. El hígado no sé. El hígado, yo no sé, pero pues ya ves que no lo echamos, pero el cebollado.
Well, that's
¿No?
Liver.
oh, it's the liver. This is the
¿No te
liver.
lo comes?
Pues si no le echamos, nunca le echamos, no, pues no. A ver si se lo comen lo que sea.
No, porque ahorita viene ese cabrón, le gustan harto.
No sé.
Sí, se los lleva el güey.
So there's the liver.
Fíjate. ¿Sabes bien? ¿Nunca lo has comido cebollado?
Sí, no me gusta, no sé, sabor.
¿No te gusta?
Some people like the liver. Some people don't like the liver.
Oh, ok. Pero si come. Oh, ok.
So some people like to eat them. So we're gonna conserve it with onion. Just onion?
No, chilito.
Oh, with sauce and
Tomatito.
tomato and
Padrino.
onion, chili, and yeah. So some people like it. Like I said, we're gonna conserve as much as possible, like the head, the liver. So all that will be conserved and safe to eat. So see, no more liver. He removed them.
Me gusta provocar ese. Los riñones.
Oh, this is the ¿cómo se llaman los?
Los kidneys.
Kidney. Yeah. So these are the kidneys. Also is gonna be cooked. Like I said, everybody has their own preference if they like to eat that or not. So yeah, we're separating basically like the heart, the kidneys, the liver, so we could preserve as much meat as possible. I know the other videos on YouTube, they will not show you this like I'm showing. They only show parts of it. So I don't know how long this video will be, but it's gonna be so interesting. The process, how we started and how we're gonna finish it. So yeah, this is how it looks. So we started in the morning, now we're already in the afternoon, so it's getting dark. So since it's winter time, it gets dark really quick. So he's gonna be cutting it right now. Little by little.
Vas a ir haciendo así, pedacitos.
¿Todo va a ir aquí junto?
Todo, porque ahí vamos a echar las tripas. Y acuérdate que todo esto se
So all
marina
the
para
guts are gonna be
para las-
in there.
la asira. Ok, para darle una lavada con sal. Está bien.
So we're gonna wash it with salt also. So I believe this is the heart right here. So it's looking a lot cleaner now. So yeah, when it comes to like cutting and everything, the meat, you always have to keep washing it because the grease and the blood gets stained and it gets a little slippery. You also have to be careful not to cut your finger off. So basically, I'm gonna open the garden hose, well, the hose right here, and fill it up with water. And then you're gonna see the lungs get filled with water, and we're just gonna keep it like that. So just open the tube from the, what's it called, from the neck, and just fill it up. So this was the aggressive sheep, the one we slaughtered last, the heavy one. So I'm just gonna fill it up with water, and then that's it. And then I'll take it over there and prepare it. See it inflated, the lungs. So I'm gonna take it over there and then process it over there. The meat. So this is the lungs, for the pieces of meat that we just throw in there in the bucket. So little by little we start doing removing little piece by piece. When it comes to these internal parts, that's the heart, huh? Behind it.
This one.
Yeah, that's the
You
heart. See where he got it at, where he stabbed it. So that's a perfect way to slaughter the animal, through the heart. So we're just throwing it inside the bucket with water, and then we're gonna cook it. It's gonna look delicious. But like I said, not everybody likes to eat all this. Just certain people, especially Mexican people, that like to eat all this, or people in the Middle East, maybe places around Africa too. So yeah, not everybody likes to eat this part of the animal. Usually people like to eat the normal stuff like the ribs, the legs, the limbs. So yeah.
Abres aquí, pero no lo quites, porque todo el corazón, como se le pica, tiene sangre adentro, mira.
Sí, sí.
Es por eso donde que uno tiene que
So right now you open the heart and remove the blood out of it.
todo, y vuelvo a lo mismo, pedacitos.
Little pieces of meat from the heart.
Y así, por eso no lo quites, no lo quites de ahí, mira. Porque
So you
ahí
don't remove the heart,
toda esa
just make sure you
sangre
remove it from when it's attached.
se va a echar sal y ahorita se va a limpiar todo.
So we could throw salt in it and it could be conserved to eat. So you remove it, just the blood out of it, but never just attach the heart.
Mira.
So we always hang it out by the neck. See the long tube. So that's what we did it on that one too.
Todo esto así, pedacitos que
So just taking little piece by piece, and just throw them in the bucket. So yeah, just never remove the heart. So if you're gonna cut the heart, cut it and remove the blood out of it, which is like dry blood right there. So this is like the intestines. Starting it right there. Give it the wash. Here, cut it into small bits. Looks like a spaghetti. ¿Cómo se llama la agave o qué es?
Son pencas de maguey.
This is a
Porque
type of
el
plant.
agave es diferente. Este es maguey.
This is the maguey, the one we use to cook the meat.
Esta la ponemos para cubrir la carne ya cuando vaya al horno. Y todo esto que se le quita a las pencas es lo que va alrededor para que no suba, para que no entre la lumbre y queme la carne.
So they use this to protect the meat so it won't burn completely the meat, the fire. And this one you put it all around it. So basically he just peels a little bit from the back of this plant. These are, you have to be careful because they have thorns on the sides, and they have a main thorn over there. You could poke yourself, so it's very dangerous. See the thorn? They even have them in the sides, so you always have to be careful. Very dangerous. So he's just peeling like the back of the plant. So it's kind of smoking in here. But you can see the fire. We put some bricks and firewood. So we're gonna let it burn. Then after that, once it burns everything, the smoke should go away. then we'll add the meat. So that's how it looks like. The fire pit, I might get out for a little bit. Smoking. So yeah, just stay tuned. We're almost done with the process, and then tomorrow in the early morning we're gonna dig it out. Put a little bit of the sheet metal right here so the fire won't touch the wood. But overall, we're just letting the fire consume a little bit down, and then we'll start adding the food in there. Right now it's just the logs burning and the bricks. So I'm gonna check with my temperature. I'm gonna point it, and you're gonna see how hot it is.
Oye,
900,
está perrísima para las chalupas.
936, 975. So it's really hot. My eyes are burning. I'm wearing sunglasses right now because it's burning real hot.
No,
Right now we're tasting.
esa roja sí está bien bravísima.
We're tasting the sauce with chips, with nachos. Very good, very spicy. Very good. And the green one, but this one's a really spicy one, the red one. So we're just eating it with chips. So we're just chilling right here in the back. It's kind of dark, as you can see. See the bright moon way over there. So we're just here in the middle of nowhere in a way. So we're just waiting for it to consume a little bit, and then we'll add the food in there. Right now we're just putting the sheet metal on top and the sheet metal on the side so it won't get too close to the wood. So have everything under control. There's the agave, or the maguey leaves. Here's the ones that are peeled. So yeah, it's burning. So right now we're burning the agave leaves. I'm just putting them on top of the sheet metal. It's really hot. You have to be flipping them. The fire. It's burning. But it does keep you warm because it's really cold right now. You can see the smoke out of your mouth, so it's really cold. So this is how it looks like after it's kind of clean. We're still gonna salt it more and wash it more, but you get an idea how clean it looks. Look at that beautiful meat, very delicious. It's already dark. You could even hear the coyotes, the dogs howling. The coyotes are over here, so that's how it looks. So look at all that meat. And there's still more in there in the pot, so we're just gonna let it dry for a little bit and wash it with salt. So we're just gonna let it drip and just let it drip and continue doing it, like continue dripping all the meat. But you get the idea how it looks. So there's the big sheep, the aggressive one. I don't know, you can see how big is it, the big head. And that's the most younger one on this side, but see the head. So we eat the head, the meat, and all this. Well, like I said, we're just hooking up and let it dry. Well, not dry, but like let it drip the water. But look at how clean it looks. That's how you butcher the animals. Okay, so now we're gonna add the salt again. the meat. And then we're gonna put some salt on the ribs, on this rib.
Sin miedo, eh.
Yeah, don't be scared to put a lot of salt. So he's taking piece by piece and just throwing them inside the container. So look at how the meat is looking already. It's looking nice. So he's just gonna be taking one piece by piece and then throw all the salt on each piece and the heads too. But look at those ribs. Look at how nice it looks. So we're gonna salt it down. So yeah, still already in the night. Feels like the middle of nowhere. See how dark it is. No houses. So yeah, the sheep's right here.
Desgraciados costillones estos. Estos son de aquel güey.
Here's the big sheep, the one we slaughtered, the violent one. It's the one that gave us more meat than the other ones. Look at that. There's the perfect cuts that he made just to make it look more nicer. He's gonna bring the heads right now. So look at those perfect cuts that he made. Trying to get the best angle. There's the other heads. And I'll throw a little bit of salt on it. So you have to throw it all around on the sides. See?
Mira, miraste. Sin
Yeah,
miedo eléctrico.
but I'll
Sácaselo por arriba.
Right now we're just lowering down the bricks to start putting in the meat. So he's using like a piece of wire or metal, and then you have the claw right there to make space for the meat. So you have to get like a piece of pipe and weld it like with that type of
A ver, espera.
we're just gonna make like a space for the meat so we can put it down there. It's really hot. It burns your eyes. All these fire logs,
All that smoke.
because all that smoke will make the meat taste kind of weird. It will taste like smoke, like burnt. So So we're removing it. This is how you make charcoal also. Perfect way to make charcoal. Black charcoal. This is natural from the firewood. So we'll just remove it and we could reuse it if we want. So he's gonna reuse them tomorrow for the other sheep.
Good fire starter.
Yeah, these will make good fire starters for the other meat. So we're just removing these.
However small.
So we throw a little bit of water just to, because it's very smoky. You can't even work right there because all the smoke was going back inside the hut, that place where the fire pit. So we have to throw water to cool it out. Look, since today is really cold, it's already winter over here. See? So that's how the bricks look. Really hot. Now we're just making space for the meat still. We just remove those logs right now, the fire starters, the charcoal. So we're just making good space, amount of space for the meat. You'll see right now how they do it.
Ahorita lo que vamos a hacer es abrirlo para poder meter el caso al mes.
So look at how red it looks. It looks volcanic. Super hot in here. This fire pit will handle so much heat.
Métele tu termómetro.
Put on the thermometer and see how hot it is. It's 979, almost 980, almost 1,000. But it's really hot. Like you can't be here that long because it burns. I'm using sunglasses right now because it's really hot. Damn. You couldn't melt steel right there. Yeah, make a machete out of it. Couldn't melt metal in there. It's really hot. So that's where they put all that.
Se bajó mucho, ahorita lo vamos a subir un poco.
So it can warm up.
No, ahorita tomando. Vamos a echarle tantito. Vamos a echarle las piedras, pero despacito, con cuidado que no le caiga nada bien, por favor.
Just going around and lifting up the casserole so we could put more bricks under it so it could be more, a little bit more up. Without having any rocks fall in there, so you just have to be very careful. One of them has to lift from one side and add more bricks on the bottom or rocks. So that's already like level. Try to get it level.
Sí, hay que tratar de que las piedras no salgan estos.
So we're just moving the rocks around and keeping it flat and like flat on the sides all around. So that's what they're basically doing. The things they cut from the agave, well not the maguey plants. So they're just putting it on the sides, all around the dish. So yeah, you have to be very careful so you don't burn yourself in there. So that's all around.
¿Me ayudas a alumbrar con estas, por favor?
Sí. So they're just going all around. So now they're just putting the magueys, the longer parts of it, around it, all around it. Around the dish, the big bowl dish. So they're gonna let all the heat come out.
Alrededor del caso no te entren agujeros. Sí. Ok.
So it could consume very well.
Aquí va.
So there's the grill that you put in. So he starts slicing them. So he starts cutting them in half. Cuts them in half and then just throws them around there. So there's like a quick process that you have to do it quick, so you don't have to let the heat escape. So first you start all around it, and then you start throwing it on the middle. You start cutting them in half. So we're almost there. So now they're just gonna put the chunks of meat right there. So it's gonna look beautiful by tomorrow. So you have to point them either outward or inward. The head, never like in the side. And also the ribs. So there you go.
Pon esto para arriba. Sí, pero esa ponela aquí, esa panza ponela aquí. Nomás enrolladitas.
So the one, the stomach has to be a little bit outward. Just the ribs and the head. And the limbs have to be on the middle. So it's looking nice already. So now he's gonna put like a piece of wood in. Yeah. So basically in the night, you guys didn't see, but we cover it with dirt over there. And now you remove all the dirt. Basically you remove the tarp. You remove all the dirt, the tarp. And they're gonna start moving the magueys out of the way and then put the meat in the pot. They put some around right there. Around the pot, the maguey.
Que estén las más con toda la cerquita, sí, para que te vamos a quitar estas de acá arriba. Mira nomás, qué chulada de espaldilla. Ay, joder,
no os cuidáis porque si no se cocinó bien, el borrego sale disfrutando.
Mira nomás.
Now they're throwing the salt in there.
Mira. No.
So I already collected all the meat, took it out of there, so we just put maguey leaves on top and then cover it with plastic bag so it won't get cold, just to keep it warm inside the pot.
No, salió una chulada, eh.
You can see the bones right there. The leftover, you could get some to eat.
Todos están sucios, eh.
Sí.
¿A poco no tienes para consumir?
No, sí, ya, pero en la casa está listo.
Tranquilo, ya lo primero está.
So this is all the meat, the leftover meat. It's like the soup down there that we're gonna have to get it out, but it's still burning hot, so you have to be very careful. You use like special gloves to get them out. So this is to get you an idea. Look at the meat. This is some good meat right here from the lamb. Very delicious. Imagine what's in the pot. Cannot imagine this type of meat. Their stomach, liver.
Aquí se quedó un huevo. Es un testículo.
Oh. Yeah, so we're gonna conserve as much meat to eat. Like the intestines, the stomach, the liver.
Hey!
Right here, I added a little bit of salt. Very delicious meat. Look at that. That's what you call barbacoa in Spanish. It's basically lamb.
No mames.
Sí, es como un internado. Ahorita va a salir de vacaciones el 10 de
That's how they kill the maguey leaves.
diciembre. Le dan vacaciones y va a ir a su casa. Bueno,
So we have the fire pit ready. It's the next morning. So this is the meat, how it looks. On the next day, they're gonna throw a little bit of more salt and then some more salt after we're done. You can see the meat looking more clear, white and red. See the ribs. See how nice it looks. So little by little, we're just gonna be cooking it in the fire pit. Make some delicious meat. So the other ones we did them yesterday in the night, so the lighting wasn't that well. But since this is in the next morning, we're gonna cook the two last remaining sheep. The other two are already ready to eat, and this is how it looks. Just to give you a better idea, this is how we process the meat from the sheep. We're just making room for her so we could fit this pot. So they have to make room for it. Remove again the tree trunks, the big charcoal ones, move them out the way, or else it's not gonna make it fit.
cualquier cosita y tus hijos te amenazan con tus hijos.
So right here you have to put the brick under the pot so it could be even. So you have to put bricks under the pot so it could be even. Setting the maguey leaves around the pot. You can see. You're gonna set it all around there, around the fire pit. You just have to be careful because it's really hot. You can burn yourself. So now they're setting up the maguey leaves so they could put all the meat, the top, the main, like the limbs, the ribs, the head, like the main parts. They set them all around the fire pit. Cutting the big parts like the ribs, the limbs, around the fire pit on top of the maguey leaves. It's really hot. So he has to keep cutting the maguey leaves and then set them up so they could place more meat around there. So they have to put like meats around. So these ones we put it on top of the sheet metal when it's burning before they make a hole and make for the pot.
No tanto a la orilla.
So they have to like cut.
Esa ya la vamos a aventar arriba. Por eso tengo los palitos.
Muy bien así.
Sí, sale.
So they're gonna place some wooden stick
Oh, sí, no.
so they could put more meat on the top. I'm trying to get the best view because of the smoke, it blocks it, but you get the idea. Just try adding more meat and more leaves and just chop them off. So they, like I said, they place like a sheet metal so they could like make it more softer, the maguey leaves. See, over there is the stomach of the sheep. It's over there, that's the stomach. They always lay it on the side. And then they're gonna put some more maguey leaves around there so they can place the last parts of the meat, like the limbs and the ribs, and that's the neck right there. There's the limb. There's the ribs going right there.
Soya. Oh, pelas, digo.
So you start seeing all the parts right there, and they start adding.
Me gusta cuando empieza a salir todo ese vapor porque es señal de que todo está pero. No, todo ese vapor encima sí.
I don't know if you guys could ever understand the work these people make. It's a lot of work. And also, you have to be fast because you don't want it to cool off the meat. So they're going to cover it with a tarp, then fill dirt from over there, and leave it there for, I believe, 7 hours. And then they dig it out. They have to not dig it out, but remove the dirt. And then carefully get a broom and sweep all the dirt. Make sure the dirt doesn't fall on the meat. So it is a little hard process right here, but overall he has done it before, so it's nothing new. It is like Mexican style meat. It's like sheep barbecue. What they do, they cut the plastic bag, like a plastic bag, to make a tarp. They slice it with a knife. So they slice it right there. So they just put it right there, stretch it, they make it longer in a way, the plastic bag, and cover it completely. So the heat will not escape. So they just have to cut on one side and then the bottom side of the bag, and that's it. Just on both sides, one side and then the bottom side of the bag. And then stretch it. So they're covering already with 4 plastic bags all around, and fold a little bit the corner parts so they won't be sticking out too much. So now they're gonna put like a used tarp. I'm gonna use a used tarp to put over the plastic. You have another plastic bag on the bottom. It's another. So. So this is how they're gonna do it. They just like cover it all around. So now they're gonna put the other tarp, just to so the heat will not escape, and then they're gonna throw dirt over it, so they could so it could be conserved right there, meat. So they just have to fold the other tarp real good, and then that one, and then throw it in there. Tarp goes on the bottom, because when you take out the dirt, make sure it goes on the bottom, because if you throw it this way, it might spill on the meat. So it's like fold it inward, not outward, because all that dirt right there, they're gonna throw it with shovels and cover it. And then you're gonna see how the meat is gonna come out in a few hours from now. We've been up here since 4 a.m. in the morning, because we were digging out the other two sheeps. But now the two sheeps are in there. So the last one is a big plastic or tarp that goes on the top, and then right there it'll be the one that goes with the dirt. So right now we're gonna get shovels and fill it up all around, and then you'll see that how they're gonna cover it with dirt. With 3-4 people, this job will be easy, but with one person, it's a lot harder, because you need somebody to hold a lot of things. I'm the camera guy, but I still ended up helping them a little bit, because they were struggling. So, yeah. It's a lot of work, but at the end, it's very rewarding. And it's food in your stomach. You know, it is the most healthiest you could ever eat, instead of eating from, like I said, in the store, because you don't know what those animals were eating, or what kind of habitat these animals were eating. You already saw that they were eating organic stuff, like hay and corn and grains, natural grains. So right now I'm gonna just show you guys how they fill it all up, and I'll show you after. I was about to finish burying the meat, and then from there it'll be all easy. We just wait a couple hours from now, and then dig it out, and then remove the meat and put it in the pot, and then on to eat it. So basically, right, it's already like, we're just waiting for it to cook for 7 hours. So the guys were telling me that the reason they were moving too fast when they were putting the tarp is because the fire could shoot out because of the gases and all that. So that's why they were moving fast, or else it could shoot out the flame. So that's why they throw the tarps real quick, and then throw all the dirt. And you could actually smell like cooking in a way. It still goes through. So yeah. So in a couple hours from now, you're just gonna move all the dirt out of here with the shovel, and get the meat out, and you're gonna see how beautiful the meat is. Because the other one that I recorded was at 4 a.m. in the morning, so it was kind of dark, so you couldn't really see. So the guy told me, I think it would be better if you record like right now. I'm still gonna show both parts in the night and in the morning, so you could see how it looks. The process is basically the same thing that we did in the night. We were just taking out the other sheeps, the 2 sheeps that were here, and now we put the other 2. So yeah. It's almost there. We're removing the dirt right here. So now they remove the tarps. You can see the steam. So right now, once they remove the leaves from the maguey, the agave plant, you'll see the meat. Also to make it look exciting, once you remove it. Ready. There's the stomachs, the ribs, the limbs.
Aquí la barbacoa. Está pero chuleta. Ya mejor ya no se puede cargar aquí, neta. ¿Sí o no?
Sí, no, ¿de qué manera?
Dime, mira nomás, padre.
Mételo de ese lado, ándale.
Just to give you an idea, they already salted the meat. You can see it's really hot, but it's really good. This is how the meat looks like. You could put it on tacos, you could put sauce, tomatoes, onions. You can put so many things into it, veggies. Tastes good. The meat. See the tenderness. So this is how they're used to doing it. Really hot. So there you have it, the last pieces. The stomach is the last one, and that's it. And then they cover it with plastic, and then that's it. Ready to eat, to put on tacos, make it, make food with them. So here's a good example of the charcoal, the leftover, the bricks, and all the firewood is gone. So this is how you could make charcoal. If you bury it, it makes pressure. You can make a lot of charcoal out of it and make barbecue. The leftover bones from the sheep, but the meat is very delicious. So you should give it a try. Throw a little bit of salt, and then right there you just add your spices and they just throw salt, and then you add your sauce and whatever you want to put, radishes, onions, fried onions. So yeah, right now I'm just gonna cover it with a piece of sheet metal, and that should be it. So please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching my video. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. That could help me out. So yeah. So this video is not for the weak people that doesn't like to see an animal slaughtered. This how it is, a farm life. Like, you're not gonna be spending money unless you have a lot of money raising the animal, and then so it could die and then do nothing with it. It's part of life. So that's the only way, meat is everything. So thanks for watching.
Oh, si quieren ir.